Well, guess who's back? Hello everyone, it's me, Mountain General, finally back in Hearts of Iron 4 after another while because I was too busy getting a bachelor's degree. And you know, for my summer comeback I have decided to play a little bit of Red Flood from nostalgia. I feel like I have played Red Flood like a half a decade ago on the channel, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more Irréel uploads. I would say for more Hearts of Iron stuff, but well, that will depend on my time. Anyway, thank you for everyone who hasn't unsubscribed and is currently watching this video. I plan to make some Red Flood videos, the Fire Rises videos and few other things, so stick around. Or not. Anyway, I feel like I will play as France today because this is the OG Schizo mod and it is kinda where it all began for all other Schizo mods. And I got to say that hating on France is kinda Reddit unless you are like British and you have 1,000 years rivalry with them. I like France, it's a big country full of French people and some Africans. And the thing that really well plays into our hands is our massive French big dick industry. Maybe our country is full of artists, but all my artists have studied the art of war. And shout out to our artist in charge, Antonin Arthur. And yeah, we have Shards of Unity, which isn't really good. Then we have Lettere du Futur, which is really good. And then Vengeful Blade of Tomorrow, which is like meh. And soon I think we will decide what will be the fate of this France. Les Patrons seem to have fun. Read it for yourself because most of you don't have the attention span. Y'all are ruined by TikTok and Instagram reels. No shade, I'm in that category too. And here comes a big canon event, and yeah, we are not going for the other paths. We will have our nice policemen smash someone's skull in, because that's what policemen do. You know, just imagine our guy just wanted to kill someone and randomly pick the assassin. Oh, and Lenin died, the liberator of Budapest. You know, one thing that I really dislike is that somehow they made Slovak flag suck ass before that flag was ready to fuck some ass. Anyway, that doesn't matter now because we have to pick our path if we want to become a howling mutants or escadron guys. But I feel like we will take this headless body with a skull placed where the dick hair should be. Oh, imagine like shaving your shit into the shape of skull. Yeah, I'm doing that, that's rad. I'm also doing this path because, well, our boy just got his shit up, look at his haircut. And also we can just get those shards of unity like straight away gone. And our main enemies, the Germans, have just went for this old fart as their leader, so we will see. And bada bing, we are on a good path. Now we will just buy motorcycle that goes really fucking fast. You see, there is a lot of fun in the east, like, tell me who doesn't love a good old civil war? Well shit, this is kind of the fastest and most successful Japanese revolution that I have seen in this mod. Now that we have promoted motorbikes so we have more organ donors, we are just going on a little detour into the half-eaten Belgium. Hey, don't mind me that I'm just staring some shit in Europe. And they are just mine, just like that. Yeah, you see, we are just catching straight W's. And you know how it is in Red Flood Russia. Russia is just doing the Russian things, even the Schizo-Mongolian warlord is here. So we will see if we like have to fight Russia, I don't remember. You'll have to see it, even Balkan is Balkaning and doing the Balkan things of being unstable and being Balkans. Even I'm laying some groundwork for little interventions and helps around the world, but we need more PP, we need more French baguettes, we need to pimp our country like you pimp your right. Even like Spain is doing their own thing, like in every Hearts of Iron 4 scenario. I can't even think of a universe where Spain doesn't fall into a civil war. Me personally, I have just set it up as for a good time in Spain. Me personally, I have had always a good time on Balearic Islands in Valencia, Barcelona and even Santiago de Compostela. Also, I really love our focus tree because we are getting a modifier called the consensual rape. You know that you can grape someone if you ask them, if you have the permission. It's okay, but only if you ask. You know, I won't be really zooming on this image, but it gets few good modifiers, so it gets gets the job done, all I'm going to say. We just lost in Spain, but it doesn't matter because Spain will have the most brutal civil war imaginable and they will be chilling for the rest of eternity. A revolutionary aristocracy, yes indeed, we need to become the Twitter spiritual aristocrats. But I have to tell you that my family members were Zemania, which is lower nobility. This gives me permission to LARP as much as I want on Twitter. Just a fun fact. Oh shit, the Slovak revolution, this means one thing, that we are sending our top guy to help Slovakia. Because you know, if we screw with Hungarians enough, that will also weaken the Germans. But I think my division won't even arrive there. Yep. Didn't made it in time. Now that our entire country is eating the good shit, we are just going to make everyone mentally ill because we are the surrealist hegemons. And we just continue to add things to, well, this thing. And we also have to choose what leader we will push into Germany, and I feel like we will get Mr. Fidus, the Stary Pichus. This joke is only for Slovaks. And we now continue with Kingdom without a king, but I'm shaking my head while I'm doing this focus because I know I'm a king. And oh look, we get a free country into our alliance, the Niger. And well boys, I have to tell you one thing, take over a third world country and align it with your home country. That's your quest for the white boy summer. So now we are just waiting for the shit to hit a fan in Italy. And somehow, I haven't even noticed, but the Nietzschean cat lady Finland is on our side. We have won everything. You know, I feel like you shouldn't have done this. The funny mustache man, Mr. Adolf Poltz, you know, we are both artists in a way. It's showtime. Because like everything will unlock for us in our focus tree if Italy doesn't exist. And one question, what the fuck is Benito Mussolini even doing in San Marino? Will he even try to do something? I don't know, this is an easy war. I have been specifically preparing to just sneak into Rome. Because like our Fiume will be a very soft underbelly of our alliance, so we need to secure Italy as soon as possible. Good thing is that among our painters we even have some guns. A lot of fucking guns. Good thing is that we don't have to care about Africa because it's already over. And for some reason we didn't peace out with the colonies, so hopefully they won't join the Entente. But like just in case we will just take out Britain. Because I feel like we just can't do that, right? And we are the ones who are just setting everything up because that's what we do, baby. Just making sure everyone is in the war. Well shit, American embargo isn't like a thing that I wanted. But hell, who cares? We are already in Britain, baby. So we just kinda don't care about oil when we are at the gates of the London. You know, I like how the British just gave us everything that we wanted. Just like that for free. We don't care about Ireland, they already unified. So any invasion there is okay. Funny how Netherlands putting more of a resistance than the whole British Empire. I'm doing all of this just because I want to reach all of these African countries. Damn bro, GG easy. You know, Onk still got this war shit. So basically I did everything so fast that this fucking war was just a nice walk through a spring garden. We are just straight up balling the ballless nation. And now we just have to save Mr. Poltz from being devoured by the German socialists. Or like, never mind, this country is a lost cause. But this means that we will be able to take more. Yeah, fuck it, me and Germany, we are duking this one out. And shit, my African army was just teleported from Ethiopia because they joined the German faction. This is nice. But anyway, look, we are just eating through the Germans because, you know, I have been preparing for this shit. Now Italy, I'm not calling you in because you are a liability in this. You know, don't mind the war, we will have some sex in France, monthly population plus 20%. The Germans were just not ready, and not even for my other secret army that have little to no training. Doesn't matter how successful they are, this is the main front, the north of Germany. They just be focusing on the middle for real, but we are already in the motherfucking Berlin. So this war is just GG easy. And Žuto Russia reunited the whole Russia, but have you seen me me how I'm balling here. Straight up killer, as some would say. You know, as Russia, this is kinda the last thing you low-key want to do, because, like, yeah, the reunification national spirit isn't really playing in your favor. But well, this happens if you give command of a whole Russia to a woman. Never forget that the Germans have military access to Poland, so make sure to trap them on the border. Yeah, this shit is just too easy. Kinda hope we would finish before 1940, but oh well, you can't always get what you want, like, that's kinda life. I haven't made a video in a long time. Do we still appreciate encirclements? Maybe not. I'm too of an HOI4 Ankh now. Another day, another Ankh's encirclement. You know, Germany is kinda cooked. For real, for real. So Germany is down, and that means that we now have to capitulate Romania and get through all of these fucking Transylvanian mountains. But it seems like that nobody is really home in Hungary. You know, because like fighting the Romanian army camped in the mountain ranges, it's not very fun. And I need my people to get from the war back into the ateliers and start making some art and maybe some sex. So those are very productive activities. I am back from my cigarette break because I'm method acting as a true French man. No, for these videos I do just too much. Well, we just didn't recognize the German LARP, and the only LARP that is allowed is our LARP. We have to save our Finnish Void, because they just started a war against this block of nations, with like no divisions at the border, and even India is trying to kill me. Fuck. Also, let me just say that this name is just too beautiful. Union of two worlds, Slovaks and Czechs in an unbreakable union, and I don't know who this is, but Miss Stoyan should be replaced by a guy named literally Futurist, Ferenc Futurista, and he was the most Schizo Czech guy that I know. He was shooting a revolver at his best friend because he got a role in a movie that he played in a theater, and reportedly he was very happy when his friend fell off a horse and broke a leg. You can still listen to his recordings, by the way. I rest my case, he should be in the mod. A whole generation lost for the cuck state of South Germany, but we have the Danubian Federation here. I'm quite disappointed. I'm so happy because for the first time I see that the Italians are useful. They didn't leave the port, so easy W. Beautiful, I almost cried. You know, I feel like a policeman of the world. Finally my army made it to India, and I would just not pay any mind to this invasion. And you know me, we are just continuing to consensually grape everyone. You know, I would say the word, but I don't know how sensitive the YouTube got the last time I was here. India is just fun to fight. You know, we are committing ultra super genocide. It's like 50 encircled divisions. Holy shit. The road to Delhi is open. It's a good thing that we have achieved a lot of sex for our people. This means we will have so many artists that we can't even count them on our hand. Yeah, don't start a war that you can't win. You know, if you read this event, you will know that I'm a crazy motherfucker, so we will just disembowel a random woman, I guess. It's called a performance art, you know. It doesn't matter what universe, but the Westerners will just get involved in the Middle East for no good reason. It's like this huge tradition we got going on. I kinda feel bad for the Assyrians. Well, they were doing so good for themselves. You know, I'm kinda getting this feeling that the Italians are starting wars. They can't win, they only have 35 divisions. Like, this is another war that I will have to carry with my big French balls. Also, I really dislike to fight the Yugoslavians in this mod because holy fuck, they are on some steroids. It's always hard to fight them, unless you have like this big ass front that's kinda unfair. Their whole existence is one giant front. They're like building this empire low-key because I just allow them to. And well, shit, the Russia somehow won. Maybe she's an reincarnation of Catherine the Great. I did not say a negative word about her, I take everything back. Doesn't matter, because now we are l'état Irréel, and we will find the Philosopher's Stone somehow, and it gives us bonuses on so much stuff, and we kinda don't care because like we already have everything. And yes, the ultimate glory of our revolution, and our leader just dies. We have accelerated to such an extent that it's news.523.b. We are now the Universal Dionysian Empire. So I guess that's probably it. I hope you have enjoyed this schizophrenia-induced episode of me messing around. I have also added few random sounds here and there to like fuck with you a little bit so you get the schizo atmosphere at your home. So anyway, leave a like, subscribe and tell me in the comments what you want to see next. And as always, big thanks goes to my channel members, their names are in the description and on the screen right now. And a special thanks goes to Adil Demirtas for being the highest channel member.